Good luck, Scourge. Good luck, buddy. You just play Numeron with Havness. Just to put the fear of God in your opponent. You're like chain Havness. And then you get, alright, my turn. Activate network. Yeah, Pathfinder search Perla Rhino. No! How could this happen? Do I have to play a 2/2 Stonecoil? This is that Chain Whirler deck we played against a while back, I think. Yeah. Getting ready for a trial, so I haven't been able to watch it work, Sedge. Well, hope everything's going alright. The Snoop! Snooped it is. Snooped it is. Let's go. I'll offer the trade. I think I'm just going to go Pelt Collector Stonecoil here. Yeah, this looks like Rakdos Goblins. I played against a list of this the other day, and they were playing... I don't know if this is the same as the list from the top 16 at the challenge, but they were playing... it's like 1 mana, give their guy +1/+0 and Death Touch. I figured as much. Skittles. I figured. What do they got in for it, buddy? Yeah, Touch of Moonglove, that's what it is. So they go Chain Whirler, trigger on the stack, Touch of Moonglove, which, if they have those 2 cards in their hand, we are not alive. I'll tell you that much. There is nothing I can do about that, though. If they go land, Chain Whirler, Touch of Moonglove, I will just concede. I might concede the match, actually, because I'll be too devastated. Yeah, they're just gonna kill this, which makes sense. Oh yeah, I can't even attack into the 3/3. All right, go. Okay. Yeah, the psychic damage would be too strong. See, here's the thing about, like, Goblin Chain Whirler plus Touch of Moonglove. If you ever achieve that combo, your opponent is just so demoralized that they don't even want to play out the other games. And that's exactly what will happen. Will they do it? I kind of hope so I can just scoop match. He discarded Goblin Pile Driver. Damn it. I want them to just put me out of my misery at this point. Yeah, Call of the Death Dweller works too, if they discard the Chain Whirler. So I guess we Jegantha here, because that pumps the Pelt Collector. Attack with 2 3/3s. I mean, the problem is they just trade for Fable tokens, right? I don't even think that's good. Attack with both of these. They trade for these 2. They get cards off the Horde Master. I know that one of them's bad, but I don't even think that's a good attack. We appear to be in a very rough spot. It's not looking great. They can also copy their Goblin Chain Whirler with Reflection. Yeah, they have double Fable. Yeah, alright. You win. I quit. Rakdos Goblins, huh? This works against the stupid combo, right? Yeah, kind of. I guess we'll try those. I don't really want to bring in Rest in Peace just for Call of the Death Dweller. I think we'll shave, like, one of these... maybe? I'm not really sure. Try that. A deck that plays better cards, what could that possibly be? No. I mean, I guess. I'm convinced this deck can just never defeat a copy of Blood Crypt. This does not work the way that I want to, right? Because it ETBs, and if I put counters here, it's not going to pump the Experiment one. No, because it ETBs as an 0/1, right? Yeah. So I'm just debating if I even want to do that, or if I just want to make a 3/3 Experiment one. I think I'm just going to make a 3/3 Experiment one. Well, could put counters here, but that's a lot worse if they have Firebrand, because I really want to keep the Experiment one around. Although, this does level the Experiment one next turn. Alright, fuck it, I'll get greedy. Because I can just level the Experiment one next turn with this, if I want to. Although I kind of want to save this to play the back half, but we'll see. Feels so bad to guess Reidane here. Especially with the 4th land in hand. But if I wait and they Chain Whirler me, then I play this after the Chain Whirler and it's not even that good. Yeah, they have call too. I'm just gonna cast this. I'm not sure if it's right, but like waiting is just if they have Chain Whirler in hand, waiting is so bad because this isn't really that good after they play the Chain Whirler, right? Really? I'm down with that trade. I'll take that trade all day. Yeah, I was like, I don't think they're making that trade. Yeah, but if I play the Reidane, then I can just play around the Chain Whirler. The only thing that this is bad against is exactly Touch of Moonglove, right? Yeah, they would have to wait until turn 4, but... Stonecoil Serpente. Just play this for a million. They drew the call. Yeah, they drew the call that turn. They also didn't have a land, so... They got jam. Worst case scenario, they like block, touch, regen. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, the Goblins deck looks cool. Interesting. Okay, I'll kill the Snoop. I'll pass priority. And we'll regen. This does not seem like a very profitable trade for them. Huh. Interesting. Like, now they go, what, land Chain Whirler, but who cares? Yeah. Oh, I guess that makes sense, sure. Okay. I guess we did know about the call. So, I guess they're okay with doing that because they know they have the call in hand. We did know that, too. If I attack with both of these, they can trade here, but they take 9 and go to 2. I could even fire up the Lair. How bad is that? If I fire up Lair, they can trade Loyalist for Serpent, Snoop for Lair, and then they have to chump block the Experiment one too, right? Do they just lose their whole board? Yeah, I'm down with that. What's up, Ron? I think the deck has legs. It's doing some powerful things for sure. It's just the Rakdos matchups are really tough. The deck has a really hard time fighting through, a pile of removal spells. But it's definitely doing something powerful. I've said this before and I'll say it again. There's definitely a version of Scales that is good. I'm just not exactly sure what that version looks like. You want Lair every game? I mean, layers, like, drawing multiple layers is not really that good. Like, that's not a good place to be. We're playing it, but it's not enough. Shaper Sanctuary is good, but it's like, you have to have it in your opening hand for it to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, what if we just sideboarding Wedding Announcement? What do you think about that? That might not be the worst idea. This hand is so good if I draw land. Chat, I want to do it. God, I want to do it so bad. I kept 7. Fine, I'll keep. Well, that's not good. Wonder if a green-black build with OG Ozolith and Scornblade, Call the Death Dweller, Tybar could be good enough. We tried something very similar to that. Easy. We tried something very similar to that when we played... Man, what do I even do this turn, actually? Remember when we tried the, like, Tyvar Steel Overseer version? It's gotta be Mentor, right? Yeah, it's gotta be Mentor. I was thinking about playing Scales Experiment one, but that just, like, is asking to lose to a Chain Whirler. Yeah, if they have Chain Whirler, I just lose the game on the spot. Definitely not trading. I think we just go Aspirant here, put the counter here. Brawler doesn't really... Oh, actually... Wait, I can go remove counters from Experiment 1 and then Brawler, right? I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I think I like that line. I actually don't mind the trade. Like, I have another Scales in hand, and the reason I don't mind trading there is that trading is better if they have, like, the Touch Chain Whirler lined up. I think that trade's okay. We already have a big enough Brawler, like... I don't want them getting more mana. It might look like an awkward trade, but I think it's not that bad. Goblin Pile Driver. I don't think I care about that. Yeah, I guess they don't trade if they have Touch Whirler, but then that's fine, right? Then they just take 2 more damage. And I'm losing it if they had Touch Whirler anyways. So I can go Aspirant, counter on Experiment 1, which pumps the Brawler, attack for 10. I think we just do that. Are we dying next turn? If they go Battlecry, activate. How much damage is this? Do I have to do math? I don't want to do math. I have a blocker. So I can also copy with this. They go flip here, play land, battle cry, activate. Oh yeah, they can copy pile driver. So they would have two of these, 2 pile drivers, and this. Attack with everything, make a token. The pile drivers get... They can stack the triggers, too, to pump the pile drivers would see the token. So the pile drivers each would see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 others. So the pile drivers alone would be, what, 12? So if I chump a pile driver, I still take 12, 15, 18, 22. Yeah, it's 22. That's a lot. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. I'd guess. Scales regenerate than Stonecoil. Scales remove counters Stonecoil to make a 2/2, which pumps the experiment one. And then I could just leave back 2 blockers, because as long as I have 2 blockers for both pile drivers, then I'm not dead, right? Yeah, that's actually a fine line. I like that. So let's go Scales, remove the counters, play a Stonecoil. That'll trigger the Brawler twice. Yeah, and then we just attack for 9. I like this line. And then we have 2 blockers for the pile drivers. Okay, that's on top though. Anyone got a link to the playlist? It's on Spotify. It is called Lo-Fi Hip Hop 20. I could probably get a link to it. Hold on. Share, copy link. There it is. It's not the normal playlist that we listen to, but just some good vibes. I will never give up, never surrender, Zanziban. It's my motto. I mean, my motto is mostly just, you know, I'm just huffing some copium, I guess, but Botanical Brawler is a hell of a card. This card's messed up. It's also, you know what's really cool? It's really sick that, like, Experiment 1 can remove counters at will just to trigger the Brawler again. That's a really cool setup. I like that a lot. Okay, so I guess we just play Aspirant. I feel like they have Fatal Push here. Why did they do nothing? Well, we know one of... we don't know both of their cards, right? The only card I think we know about is the 2/2. Let's go counter here. I think I'm only going to attack with the Tramplers, because this is lethal regardless, right? This is 15. They have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 toughness. Yeah, this is lethal, so I'm just going to do this. Play a little safe with the Experiment 1. Okay. Well, now I guess they're not dead if they have Fatal Push, but no, we know their last card, right? Yeah, we know their last card's the 2/2, so they're dead. Right? 2, 4, yeah, they have 10 toughness. We have 15. Did I miscount? No, we have 15. Alright, got him. Whew. Got him, chat. Let's go. Tough match. Thankfully, they never drew the combo, because our deck cannot beat the combo. That was a good game, yeah. That game definitely showcased the... Like, they had a line where they could go... they could have gone... Play the 2/2, activate for haste, and then use the Goblin Shaman token to copy Pile Driver, but I have 2 blockers. I just block both Pile Drivers, and I think I would have taken... I believe I would have taken 11, but it wouldn't have been lethal. And then they just die on the crackback, so... A removal spell, huh? Still think I'm playing Mentor. Mana's a little awkward this game. I guess I need to draw a land to be able to play both these anyways, but... Oh, right, I didn't update the Stream Decker list. I'll try to do it in between games. Okay, well, I guess we just do... this? Right? I guess I could have done this post-combat, but... it's kind of the same thing. Enduring Bondwarden Experiment 1. Yeah, that is true. This card is awkward with Experiment 1, but just having more 1-drops is nice. Because this deck is all about just double spelling. And having the ability to play, to get to those double spell turns is massive. Like, you can imagine a double spell turn when you have a Scales in play. Like, that's how you overwhelm your opponent, you know? Like, those turns are just so huge in this deck. Well, even with scales, it doesn't work. This doesn't enter the battlefield with the counter. It's a trigger, so it still doesn't work. No matter how many scales you have in play, it doesn't work the way you want it to. Whoa. 5, 10. So we need to put 1 damage in play, which we can do. We could put a lot more than 1 damage in play. Okay. Alright, let me update the Stream Decker list, so we get the most up-to-date list. Experiment 1 Botanical Brawler is such a sick combo. Like, you can just do so much stuff with that. Really cool. Just the fact that you're just, like, removing counters and re-adding them and all that kind of stuff. A lot of cool stuff. Okay, so Jeskai Ascendancy. I have to imagine the Damping Sphere is good. Potentially Rest in Peace as well, because they are very likely a Treasure Cruise deck. Command's good. I think I'm going to cut just... cut the Bondwardens, trim an Ozolith. Could bring an Invasion too, but I think I'd like Rest in Peace more. And shave on, like, Ozolith for 2 rips. I don't ever want to draw the second rip, so I think this is fine. Scales and Bondwarden, more damage. Yeah, you're probably right, yeah. And they were tapped out, but yeah, you're probably right. Well, I kept this hand last time, and it worked out. Should we try it again? Surely lightning can't strike twice. I mean, I've kept worse hands. Okay, this is way better. A really good 7. Man, what do I put back with this hand? What on earth do I put back with this hand? I'm actually thinking about putting back Hardened Scales. I think it's either that or Aspirant. I think Mentor is way better than... Like, Mentor is the best card in my hand with Experiment 1 because, like, Experiment 1 into Aspirant isn't a combo. I think it's just Scales. Thoughts on adding a Brazen Bar or 2 in the Poison Ivy deck? I'm not opposed to it, but, like, what matchup would you want it for, J-Blaze? The issue with the awkward part about Brazen Barber is you can't bounce your own stuff, so you can't get a poison trigger with Venerated Raw Priest. So if you wanted a bounce spell, I think I'd much rather have... I think there's a 1-mana one that just bounces any non-land permanent. It's like Void Snare, I think. Oh, just as a 3-1? Nah, I don't like that. I don't love it as just a 3-1. Yeah, it could be Fading Hope, too. I think I'm just going to pray that they don't kill me. Because I do think it is better to play Mentor. I know I could play Damping Sphere, but... This sets me up so much better for, like, Stonecoil into Sphere next turn. Yeah, we're probably dead. It's good at picking up opponent's shield to buy time. Right, yeah. Well, Void Snare is too, you know. Alright, they just draw their whole deck. I don't need to see their win condition. I'm good. I am good. No, I know what you're saying, J-Blaze. I gotcha. If you're asking my opinion, I think I'd rather have Void Snare. On the play, I can't really keep this. This is better. I think I'm putting back the second Stonecoil. Like this. 2 Finale, 4 Battle. That's probably fine too. Yeah, I don't hate that. I'm not opposed to that. They have Thoughtseize in their Jeskai Ascendancy deck. Might be the most ambitious mana base I've ever seen. That is something, alright. All 12 evolving 1-drops. What's the third one? We're playing Pelt Collector Experiment 1, but I don't know what the third one is. Oh, Swarm Shambler? No, I don't like that card. Oh, right. Adaptive doesn't work because it's oil counters, not +1/+1 counters. The card just doesn't work. I wish it did, but it doesn't work. Yeah, that sounds reasonable, J-Blaze. I'm down with that. They know we have Rest in Peace. Wonder if this means they have a counterspell for Rest in Peace? I mean, I have to cast it, given that they played the Emery, but I have to cast it. Okay. Go. It does seem really hard to fuse the two. The mana base, I'm not really sure that the mana base works, but maybe it does. Maybe they figured it out. Is this lethal? Bounce Mox is right. Oh, well, now it's definitely lethal. Wow. All right, good games. Good beats. Good beats. Wish this had a different one drop. I'm still going to keep it. Back the second Stonecoil. Then we can go turn 1 Scales, turn 2 probably Aspirant. It's probably Greasefang. Thankfully, we have 2 2-drops. I mean, they're... Well, they might just take Dromoka's command if they're trying to set up for a Greasefang. Depends on what their hand is. Heard we were playing Scales. It's been okay so far. We 3-2'd the first league. I mean, I like this version a lot more than the previous versions I've played, just because of how busted Botanical Brawler has been. Botanical Brawler's been absurd. Yeah, well, you know. Nice thoughtsies. How do you like the white 1-drop? Not a big fan. I think I might rather go back to the Swarm Shamblers. I think I like that better. We're gonna play Boros Convoke after this. That's great. I'm playing that in RSQ this weekend. Huge fan of the Boros deck. No Hangerback because of Jegantha. I tried a version. I've had previous versions that did have Hangerback in it, just for like. So I actually tried a version, like a black-green version, with the black 1-drop with backup, and I tried that with like Hangerback, Steel Overseer, and Tyvar, and there was like that was kind of cool, but it just needed a little bit more refinement. But no Hangerbacks because Jegantha. That might be a good idea too, and just cut the Jegantha. Think about playing Ozolith. Wait, I have to hold up mana, don't I? I'm pretty sure I just have to hold up mana. Yeah, I think I have to hold up mana. Maybe that's playing too scared, but... Serpent blocks. Well, I could only make it... I guess I can make it a 5/5. I just block an angel and let them have the other angel. Maybe that's okay? No, I know that. Maybe that was okay. That might not have been too bad. Because they also know about this, they're just not going to play into it. Well, I could just end step fight the Informant, right? How bad of a play is that? It's not that bad. I think. Guess it's bad if they have push, but... 7, so this is not lethal anyways. So let's load up on the Stonecoil. I think I like that. Right, I guess that's true too, yeah. The fight cards are all bad if they have removal. So now, even if they Greasefang me, we can just block a 4/4, and they would still be dead, right? Because they'd only have 1 blocker. They can just never beat Blackguard in a million years. Right, yeah, exactly, Matt, yeah. That is something that we have come to the conclusion as well. We got murdered by 2 Rakdos decks. Well, not 2 Rakdos decks, but we lost to Rakdos in the first league, and then we also lost to... what was the other deck we lost to? It was like the 5-color Bring to Light Omnath deck, which also did not seem like a very good matchup. So yeah, those decks are kind of tough. Orvar. Orvar for the Rot Priest deck. It's a little expensive. I mean, it kind of does what you want it to, but I think it's a little bit too mana intensive. There was, I forget the name of it, but there was a blue vehicle that I was thinking about trying. It's like, was it Mech something? It was blue. It's a blue vehicle that clones, and I was thinking about trying that with the Rot Priest shell. Mindlink Mech, yeah, that's what it was. I had a list, like it was a very untested list at one point with that plus Rot Priest, but I thought about maybe doing something with that. Yeah, the Mindlink. So 4/3 flyer, whenever it becomes crewed for the first time, then you make it a copy. And it's crew 1, so you can actually use the Rot Priest to crew it. So you go Rot Priest, crew the Mindlink, copy the Rot Priest, and then kind of go from there. And like if you combine that with Hidden Strings, you just like, it's a lot of poison. The sickest part about Hidden Strings in that line is with the Mindlink mech still has flying. So you can go use the Rot Priest to crew, make copy of Rot Priest. So you have 2 Rot Priests. Hidden Strings, target both. Untap, you know what I mean? Like, wait, does Hidden Strings... Let me read this card again. May. Okay, so you can choose not to tap the Mindlink mech, but then you Cypher onto the Mindlink, attack, and then get another Hidden Strings trigger. So it's a lot of poison. Playing against Greasefang. Let's bring in those. I think I'm just going to cut these things. I don't think I want Invasion of Gobakhan. I think this is good. Yeah, when we tried the Rot Priest deck, it was obviously incredibly fragile, as you would imagine, but some of the best draws definitely were involving Hidden Strings. Hidden Strings plus Rot Priests, there's got to be something there. Like, that is just so many poison triggers. This hand's really slow. I'm gonna ship this. Alright, well, I mean, it's got our sideboard card. Oh my god. Okay, chat, story time. White Ninja and I were at an RCQ one time, and this was like right around the time when Phyrexia Albion was coming out, or it was a little bit after, maybe it was like a couple weeks after, and we were like, man, Rock Priest is pretty sick. What can we do with it? And then Pete brought up the wonderful suggestion of like, why don't we just play it with? I'm gonna play Rest in Peace this turn. Why don't we just play it with Shuko? And then we were like, oh man, this deck is super sick. Why has nobody ever thought of this in Modern yet? And then classic reading the card does in fact explain the card. But we were on it. We were on this deck for like a good 30 minutes before we decided to read the card. Terras, Glasspool Mimic. I mean, probably fine. It really was a good deck. Alright, attack you for 1 million. And by 1 million, I mean 4. And then probably die. Are we dead? Probably dead. Yeah, the mech is a really cool idea. We're not very alive. Why don't I cut Ozolith? I mean, I guess I could. I guess I could try cutting Ozolith. I was going to draw any card in my deck that I guess is one of them. I guess I should be removing 2 counters here. Yeah. Oh wait, that was dumb, right? Yeah, why did I do that? That was dumb. I guess it lets me attack. I could have had a 6/6. So I could have had a... I could have had a 7/7, right? Yeah, that was dumb. For some reason I thought this was going to be small enough that it wouldn't have grown that, but yeah, that was dumb. I didn't do the math wrong. I didn't do the math. I was too caught up in just trying to get fancy, you know? Okay. No vehicle. We, in fact, did not do the math. I mean, you can't really expect me to ever do the math. You guys know this is not a math stream. Well, they were going to chump anyways, right? They were chumping that turn regardless. Funny enough, I don't think I want to put this in their graveyard. Because I think it just makes it worse for me. Yeah, let's go to game 3. Let's go to game 3. I'll try cutting the Ozoliths per chat suggestion. That's not a bad idea. These cards, yeah, this card's not that great in these like grindy matchups, or I guess the non-grindy matchups, I should say. I really can't. You know me too well, apeshit. One of these days, I will make a good Scales deck. Maybe that's not today, but I promise you, there's too many tools in Pioneer for this not to be a deck. Come on, you expect me to play Modern Scales? You know I can't do math. What do you think this is? There's no way in hell I can play that deck in Modern. It's a very rude thing to say, Ari. I know. I feel like we have a collective group of people that have been working on the card Hardened Scales in Pioneer for years now. Sack outlet maybe. Yeah, the problem with the sack outlet for sack outlet for Hangerback is like they all suck, you know. Was I not supposed to play that on 1? It's probably supposed to hold that. Oh. Edge. Is it even good with that Ravager? It's good against the Rakdos decks, or like decks that have a lot of removal. Scornblade was good. Like the interaction between Scornblade and Hangerback was super sick. Like there was definitely a lot of situations where we would just play a Hangerback for 1, and then you go like the following turn, Scornblade counter on the Hangerback activate, and then just sack itself to draw a card. That is correct, Canister. That is correct. I mean, there's a lot of decks in Pioneer that you could say that about, though, right? Yeah, I messed up. I was not supposed to play this on 1, I think. I guess even Mono White has Thalia. I was thinking Mono White, but they have Thalia and some other stuff. Invasion, they have removal spells. Yeah, okay. I guess I'll buy that. Rule decks have a lot of card advantage. Okay, well, they don't have a Fatal Push, it looks like. Ozolith plus Simic Ascendancy? I don't even know what Simic Ascendancy does. 3 mana, put a counter on a creature. Are we? Is this a Hadana's Climb stream now? Shout out to when Hadana's Climb was a playable constructed card. I missed that card. Mill 3 and drain for 2, sure. It does in fact say win the game. Alright, well. I guess we're jamming. Attack. Just you wait till next turn. Next turn, you're taking a lot of damage. Kind of, I think. Maybe. If they play Chariot, are they dead on board? No, because I go counter here, they chump these 2 and take 5. So they would not be dead on board. Quandrix Command. 3 mana, choose to return a creature or planeswalker, counter an artifact or enchantment, put 2 counters on something, or target player shuffles 3. Why can't that card cost 2 mana? I feel like it's barely playable at 2 mana, but at 3 it's just... Some Rakdos decks play Invoke Troll Despair, but most don't, yeah. So they go to 1. Oh no, I just fire up the Lair, right? Yeah, I just fire up the Lair. Dedge. Dedge. Alright, 2 and 1, let's go. Think Zabaz is fine for Pioneer? Yeah, I don't even think Zabaz would be that good. I mean, it would obviously be good in these decks, but... I think that would be a perfect fit for Pioneer. The thing about Zabaz, there's no other modular, right? So, like a land, I think? Yeah, maybe Thrillseeker. Thrillseeker could be an avenue, too. This matchup cannot be good. Roll and a copy of Tetsuko to tutor up an interesting... no, I don't think... That's too low power level, I think. What am I doing this turn? Make it 3-3, I guess? I don't even like this. Could go Scales Bondwarden. Don't really have any good plays here. Maybe Scales Bondwarden is better. Scales Pass. No, I gotta play a threat here. Gotta play a threat here. Looks like they have March. They definitely have March. Well, I think this is better against March. Because I think I'd rather hold this, you know what I mean? If I play this turn, they just get to exile this. But I can do stuff later down the road with sacking a bit. Although here, I guess I'm just going to go Scale Spawn Warden. Was told by my friends I'm a good player. You know, they tier 1 decks, so I think it holds me back. What is my suggestion for a top tier deck in Pioneer that's aggressive? Mono White's good. Greasefang is good. Those are probably my 2 top picks if you want to play an aggressive deck. What's up, Short Fang? Scale Snake for 1. Well, I can play a bigger snake later down the road, right? Yeah, that is true, but you're not dealing a ton of damage to the battle. That's the issue, right? Am I playing basics? I have 1 basic land. Okay, noted. Let's just do this. I'm just going to make a big Bondwarden. I guess we have pump spells. Yeah, sure. I see what you're saying. I'm with you. Triggers. Alright, attack for 7. This. 3 mana. Shark for 1? Okay. See, this is a matchup where the original Ozolith is very, very good. Like a spot like this where they Ozolith this, then I could just put counters in the Lair. Or, counters on this. Well, better late than never, I guess. Wait, it's better to just make a 1-1, right? Is it the same for... No, this is better, I think. Right? It's the same, but it's just 1 more counter. Alright, make an 8-8. Go. Swing with, what, a 2-2 Lair? Let's just do this. I guess this is not the best against Wandering Emperor. Looks like they have March. Okay. So now we can go play Experiment 1. The counters in the Experiment 1. Or not. You have Demolition Field for the Lairs too. Oh, I know. Can't really do anything about Emperor. Okay, so play this. It's really awkward if I load up the counters in the Lair and they just, like, if they Demolition Field the Lair while I'm tapped out, you know what I mean? They field the Lair while I'm tapped out. I can't animate it in response to put the counters back on the Ozolith. That's how that works, right? Yeah, this only triggers off creatures. Yeah, we tried Mukatai's Soul Ripper in the black-green version that had the Steel Overseer Tyvar stuff. Which, I mean, that was fine, but... Again, that version felt like it was a little... It was just missing something. I don't know exactly what it was missing, but... I felt like it was missing something. I mean, Walking Ballista, obviously, but... Oh, did I have 2 mana left over? I should have Ozolith. I didn't realize I had 2 mana left over. That was my bad. I don't think we tried Razor Lash now. Fateful Absence. Okay. Gain 15 life, by the way. Get a land. Kind of happy they're doing this now. Unless they have a second Demolition Field. Can I walk you through the most busted line I can have in the Ivy deck? I mean, like, it's basically just... It's essentially just, like, you know, double Raw Priest plus Hidden Strings, and you can kind of go from there. But that's, like, the biggest synergy. I have 4 in hand. Let's play this. I think I might just pick up Jegantha this turn. Yeah, let's just pick up Jegantha this turn. Let's do this. Go. How cracked is Ivy? Oh, Ivy's not nearly as good as the Raw Priest lines. Like, that card's fine, but it's not part of your best draws for sure. I don't know if I'm high or not. I want to cut an Ivy. I mean, you can do that if you want to. I don't want to be the one that's stopping you from doing that. I mean, they have 7 cards in their hand. How do I ever win? I feel like I have no chance this game, but I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, I don't think we can ever win this game. I can't ever commit more than 1 threat though, so I have to do it this way. Sounds good, JS. I will see you tomorrow. Gotta go 1 thread at a time. Go. Okay. I mean, as soon as they find a removal spell for this Ozolith, we're just dead, right? Yeah, how many D6s are on the Ozolith? Approximately 7 million. Yeah, they might not even need a removal spell for the Ozolith. Alright, well, I guess we'll go to combat. Do the thing. We'll attack with a 29-30 creature. I mean, they kind of just assume I'm never going to cast the Jegantha. Oh, they even have the castle. I kind of just want to not waste time and concede this game. Because we're going to... If I don't concede this game, we're going to be here for forever. And I'd rather just, like, keep my sanity, you know? The mental health concede, as it were. The mental health concession. Go. Gonna deck at some point? No, they have Hall of the Storm Giants. They're not... I mean, they can kill us pretty quickly if they decide that they want to. Got a rain out today. Nice Kilogerm. Can't concede if you're up on time. Is that an unwritten rule? Yeah, I know. Everybody's time has value. I also didn't use the Ozolith again. That was my bad. Well, while we have a little bit of time, Chad, you read any good books lately? Anybody up bustin' they bank? Simic Ascendancy would have already won the game. Well, I mean, they could have killed the Simic Ascendancy, right? Alright, attack you with a 38-38. New magic card text counts as books. No, I don't think so. Bro, I'm done! I'm done! How? How? Literally how? What the fuck, dude? What the hell? How? I don't know. Lou Mason, thank you for the 5. What just happened? Oh my god. I don't even understand. Deluge is 7. They already cast the Deluge. They already flashed back the Deluge, chat. They have, what, like 17,000 cards in their hand? How does that even happen? I know. Well, I mean, they cast Removal Spell the previous 2 turns, right? What are we cutting for the... Probably cutting these, right? Do we have to keep in Dromoka's command against Lockdown? Love Lockdown, I keep it love Lockdown. Probably, right? How much? Don't tell anybody, Duncan. I paid them exactly 5 factor subscriptions to concede to me. That's the price. That's the price of a concession. I don't think I like Shapers because they have a lot of sweepers. Like, post-board, they have Farewell and Temporary Lockdown, so I don't think Shapers is not that great against them. I kind of want to trim... Well, not cutting Ozolith after that game. Well, I can cut this Ozolith. Like, what else do I cut at that point? Can I cut more of these Ozoliths? Let's try this. Let's try this for 2 commands. See how that goes. Yeah, I know. It's not... The issue with Factor is it's not the best for single people. Like, if it's just you, it's not, you know. Could trim a Serpent, yeah. Might not be that bad. I want to keep this hand, but I'm not going to. Okay, this is a little bit better. I'm putting back the second scales. Because we can play towards Jegantha, just by having more mana. I'm still confused. You and me both, Evan. You and me both. Literally how? How? They looked at a lot of cards and just did not have another removal spell, I guess. This is super awkward. I mean, no matter what I do, it's not that great against lock. But this is better if they have lockdown, I guess. But putting a threat into play feels kind of weird. No, that's not right. I'm just gonna play this. Maybe they forgot about Trample. Possible. That is possible. Didn't I move to Europe? No, I did not. Play around Censor. Well, the problem with playing around Censor is if I make a 2-2 and then play Invasion next turn, I can't flip it. So I would like to play a 3-3 Serpent so I could flip that. Here, I can make a 3-3 Serpent and play around Censor. But they would have Censored instead of make disappeared last turn, so I don't think they have Censor. I think I'm just going to jam a 4-4. Because I think it's unreasonable for them to not cast Censor last turn. They could just march this, but... Okay. I mean, Jegantha in Lair does some work in this matchup. Not 0%. Well, there goes the Lair plan. I'm just going to keep committing 1 threat at a time. Never play into a Wrath. Maybe it's better to play the Aspirant there, but this way I can go land 5, Aspirant, and Jegantha next turn, so this is a better use of my mana next turn. Them running that out there makes me think they probably have another March in hand, because otherwise they'd want to save this to be able to kill the Stonecoil. That works too. They can't tuck this, which is nice. Ooh, I can actually, if they don't have March in hand, I can kill Teferi too. If they single block. I could also Aspirant put a counter on Stonecoil. This happens every single time, and it never gets old, you know? It just never gets old. So here's the awkward part about playing Luminarch first, is if I go Luminarch counter here, I can't Eiganjo. So I wonder if it's just better to go to combat? Just like go to combat, attack Teferi, see if they single block. If they single block, if they single block an Eiganjo and they have March, it's kind of a disaster, right? Maybe I'm supposed to just go Aspirant, counter on Stonecoil, attack Teferi, make them double block. If they have nothing, Teferi goes to 3, and then pick up Jegantha. Yeah, if I play Aspirant, I can fight. Oh, I see what you're saying. Go Aspirant, counter here, attack Teferi. If they double block, counter on Aspirant, fight. Okay, I'm with that. Yeah, that sounds fine. I'm down with that. That works. Right? Counter here. Yeah, this works. Well, I mean, I'm fucked no matter what if they have March, but yeah. So now I guess we just pick up Jegantha. I mean, we're super dead. This game's over. I guess I did say that last time, but we don't have the Ozolith with a million counters on it this game. A little bit different story. Okay, we're gonna main phase this. Flux. All right, life EV concession. I want these Shaper Sanctuaries. Could try cutting like 2 Stonecoils for 2 Shapers, maybe. All right, let's try it. I don't know if that's good, but let's try it. Stonecoil is very, very bad against March of the Otherworldly Light, so I'm not opposed to it. Shapers kind of helps against that. I gotta keep this. I wish these were experiment ones against Supreme Verdict, but take what you can get. Interesting. I think it's still better to play Mentor, right? Because we go Mentor attack for 3. Well, we get a lot more damage next turn with the Brawler, right? We Brawler this turn, it's a 3/3. Attack for 2. Next turn, Collector, Mentor. This would be a 5/5. We don't get to pump. No, okay. No, I think Mentor is better, actually. Because then the first Pelt Collector wouldn't be a 3/3. So I think it's better to sequence it this way. Okay. Doing this versus. I mean, I guess I'm fucked against Censor anyways, right? Yeah. Because I can't play this first. Playing this first doesn't accomplish anything. I mean, it means I don't get censored, but it doesn't actually put any more power on the battlefield. Yep. Okay, any creature to grow these. And we have to hope they don't have temporary lockdown. Surely they don't have lockdown, right? Feels dead, man. Yeah, we have 1 Boseiju. Don't think I'm playing the Pelt Collector into Wrath. Just gonna attack, pick up Jegantha. Now it might be worth playing the Pelt Collector. Yeah. Maybe that's bad. I'm not sure. I don't know if they would do that if they had Wrath. Wow. Kind of surprised they would do that. They would use the. I'm surprised they would use the Eiganjo if they had the Wrath in hand. And now they just have Emperor. We can't possibly win. I guess I could fire up the Lair so that if they Demolition Field, they won't have enough mana to Emperor, but. Go. Still attacking. Just gonna hope they don't have it. Can't have everything, can they? Never mind. Supplements. I mean, I've heard you suggest worse things. Probably not that bad of an idea. Sure do love blue-white. Sure. Okay. Sand is fine. Yeah. No, I get. No, it's better to do it this way, I think. I'm just gonna not play anything on turn 1. Yeah, I'm gonna skip my turn 1. I want to wait to play the Bondwarden until I have this in play. Ooh. Speaking of the Convoke deck, what's the best way to sequence this? Guess we can go Brawler first. Next turn, Ozolith Bondwarden. Make a 2-3 and a 4-4. Turn after Stonecoil plus Ozolith. I think that's the best way to sequence it. Because the thing about playing the Ozolith first does make the Brawler bigger, but I don't get a good attack next turn. Whereas by doing it this way, I can go Ozolith Bondwarden attack for 4. You know, the next turn, yada yada. Well, the thing about Hangerback Walker is it makes you not play Jegantha. And I think Jegantha is pretty big. We can kind of go off next turn. Play Stonecoil for 2 and Bondwarden. Yeah, Companion's still broken. More news at 11. To make sure we have enough blockers to not die to, like, Bushwhacker next turn. That's a lot of power. If only they had a Hardened Scales in play. Okay. So let's go here. Here. And then here. Counter on itself. Attack for 8. Leave back the blockers. Then we have 3 blockers back. If you back up onto the Bondwarden, does it put 2 counters in? Yes. Yeah, when the Bondwarden dies, it puts its counters on something else. So now we can even just, like, block with the Bondwardens. Okay, I don't think this is lethal. We have a lot of toughness. And they're definitely dead on the crackback. Didn't realize XX would interfere with Jegantha. Yeah, it's so weird. Hangerback Walker, Walking Ballista, all of that stuff interferes with Jegantha. Which is, like, it's not the most intuitive thing. Because it doesn't really have a color in its mana cost, but Jegantha specifically says no card has more than one of the same mana symbol, and X is a mana symbol. So, yeah, it's the same with split cards. Hangerback with Tribute. You know what's really good with Tribute? Isika's Chariot. That's kind of a sick one. Okay, there's no way they can survive, right? There's, like, no way in hell they can survive. This is a lot of damage. This is a lot of damage. This is 12, 20, 30 trample? I think it's 30 trample. Yeah, this is 30 trample damage. I think we're done. Alright, against the Boros Convoke deck. I could bring in Damping Sphere to stop, well, at least try to stop their, like, Burning Tree Bushwhacker turns. But the issue with that is they can just, like, they're on the play, right? So ideal scenario, they go 1 drop on 1, you go land whatever. They go maybe double 1 drop on 2, you play Damping Sphere, and they have 3 mana the next turn, where they can still just go Burning Tree, you know, and then still have 3 mana to cast the Bushwhacker. So I don't think Damping Sphere is that good. Shrapnel Blast. How many artifacts do you have to sack to it? I guess you have Iron Apprentice, like you have those kinds of things. Might not be that bad. I could see it. Gabagool seems Gucci. Just to, like, take their Reckless Bushwhacker. Is there anything in my deck that I want to cut, though? I think everything's pretty good. I think I'm just gonna... I guess maybe the Ozoliths. No, they're actually not that bad against their, like, Bushwhacker turns, like that game, for example. I'm just gonna run it back. Kind of. I guess Valkmira is not that bad because they go wide, but all of their creatures will have more than 1 power with Reckless Bushwhacker and Venerated Loxodon, so it's like, does it really do enough? Might not be the worst, but... you're not going to like it, chat, but I think we have to keep this hand and just hope to draw White Source. I'm not going to 5. Oh, Shot the Blast with Hangerback. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I could see that. They don't have a 1-drop. Interesting. Wish you could play 8 Iron Apprentice. Yeah, I know. Ornithopter. Ornithopter pass. Giga Chad. The ultimate show of strength. Yeah, I have the link up, so I'll refresh it. I'll take a look at it. I want to work on that deck. Just like Scales with Thrill Seeker. Sounds like a really cool combination of cards. Knight Errant of Eos. Already dead. I don't know about that. They revealed... Okay, there's the white source. What did they reveal? They revealed Epicure Inspector. I think we have the Brawler here. Just to make a 5/5 that can contest the Knight Errant, potentially. Just leave me alone while I endlessly 3-2 leagues with the card Hardened Scales in my deck, alright? That's all I want to do. All I want to do in life is 3-2 Magic Online leagues with Hardened Scales for the rest of my life. Just let me live my life, alright? Let me cook. Oh, did they have Rending Volley? Is that what this is? Why are we sending the Epicure? I mean, I'll call. I'm going to play her on Volley, but I don't know why this is attacking. I know, right? Let me live my life. So I can go Bondwarden, counter on itself, pump the Brawler. Oh, wait, no. We want to play her on Rending Volley, right? So putting counter on this is bad. So I guess we go counter here. And then I can Ozolith counter here. Did they have double volley? Well, that's unfortunate. That's very, very unfortunate. They're at 18. Can attack for 7. Chump block here, take 5, go to 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's fine, I think. No, I think I need to put counters here. I need to try and somehow make this a 2-turn clock. I don't know if that's possible, but... Stop licking. I guess I could have put the counters on Bondwarden. I mean, if they had Bushwhacker, Gleeful, I don't think I was dead regardless, right? Yeah. Alright. Game 3. I don't think I had a line that beat those 2 cards. Plus double volley. It's alright, we'll get him in Game 3. And by we'll get him in Game 3, I mean we'll open a 1-land hand and probably mulligan. That's exactly what I meant by that. I want to keep this so bad. God damn. Oh my god. I still have 3 cards to play. This hand's so bad. Guess this is better. It's definitely better, but... Yeah, no way we would ever get punished for keeping a hand like that. It's not possible. And not the most ideal draw. I'm gonna Bondwarden on itself. I know it means that I can't attack with the Pelt Collector this turn, but if I make the Pelt Collector a 3/3 and I draw like a 2/2, then I can't level the Pelt Collector. So the deck is looking about just like every other Scales deck that I've ever played. Just incredibly medium. I mean, again, like Botanical Brawler is a messed up card. That card's been awesome. Yeah, see? That's why I did it this way. I do enjoy me a good Brawler. So if they double block the... Yeah, this is fine. They can't really block anything. Multi-5 doesn't help either. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So they're going to play a biggin. Okay. It's our best draw here. I guess probably Stonecoil. No, our best draw is Dromoka's Command. For sure. Not Experiment 1. Let me tell you that much. Think I don't mind if they trade for Pelt Collector. Honestly, kind of want to attack with Bondwarden too. Right? Because if they block the Bondwarden, I just go put its counters here and get the Ozolith counters. Yeah. And then I still have 2 blockers. Yeah, they can't really block the Bondwarden. Like, maybe... The thing is, we know they have Bushwhacker, so maybe it's better to leave the Bondwarden back to chump block. But if they get too aggressive, then I can just, like, kill them anyways, right? I think this is good. Yeah, we're going to play this Boros deck next. I've been a very, very big fan of it. Do take the trade. I think I like that. I think I'm relatively happy with that. So they can go Inspector, Bushwhacker. But we have lethal, right? 2, 4, 5... I guess it's only 9 right now. No, it's 10. It's 10. We're 1 short. So if we draw anything to level up the experiment 1, if they shove with everything, they die. Oh, wow. Okay. I think Aftermath Nissa can be as good in Pioneer as Modern. No, not enough fetch lands. That's a decent draw. Let's think about this. High likelihood they have Rending Volley. Very high likelihood they have Rending Volley. No, they want to kill the Mentor. They're not killing the Aspirant. They're killing the Mentor. I'm fairly certain that's what they're doing. I think no matter what I do, the Ozolith is going on the Experiment 1 this turn. I'm just trying to think of where the Aspirant counter's going. I almost want to bait the Volley and put it on, I guess, the Bondwarden, right? Because then if they decide they want to volley the Bondwarden, yeah, that's better for me. So let's do this on the stack first, and then resolve this one. Because if they volley this, it's a lot better for me. Yeah, I think I like this. Yeah, they might just do that anyways, which is also fine. So this is only an attack for 9, so they don't have to chump block. Fat clouds, but skinny. I don't know what that means, but that, I guess. Played the Inspector last turn, right? But we know they have Bushwhacker. I think this is fine. I know, right? I know you too well, Bolt. We have an Enduring Bondwarden. Get it? Right, exactly, yeah. If they go Bushwhacker, pump on Loxodon, then we can just block the Loxodon and trade. So they have to leave a blocker back. Still think I'm just going to trade for the Loxodon. I'm leaving 2 blockers back. How much is this? 5, 8, 11, 15. I could also eat the Emissary. I don't think I have a draw step in my deck that's lethal. Yeah, the Emissary doesn't matter a ton next turn. Maybe our best line is to, like, trade and hope to draw Brawler. Trade, take 10. Draw Brawler, no attacks. Next turn, block these 2. 5, 8. I mean, we would still die to a Bushwhacker, plus anything. I think we're screwed no matter what. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, if they have nothing, then maybe we can Eiganjo a blocker. There's no reason to do this because it's lethal anyways. I think eating the Shaman is better. Yeah, maybe. Letting him hit the Loxodon. For the beat? Nah. Okay, well, we were never beating the second Bushwhacker anyways. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. The good news is now we're going to play our opponent's deck. Because Convoke is based. I got to restart Motor real quick, though. Yeah, extremely not free. Alright, chat, shield time.